Here are 3 things that will improve your credit score fast. Number 1, make sure the debt you have is actually yours. Number 2, increase your credit limit. Number 3, keep your oldest credit card open. All right. So make sure the debt you have is actually yours. So did you know that nearly half of credit reports have errors that could be costing you money, that could be decreasing your credit score? And fixing them could boost your credit score and boost them fast, right? So here's what I did to get my credit score to 785 and how you can too. Lenders are looking at this report and they're trying to figure out what's the likelihood of you paying your debt back and paying it back on time. Let's face it, your credit score is used for so much in our life. So it's important that we get it right. Do you want to rent an apartment? Your landlord is pulling your credit score. Do you want to buy a house? Your credit score determines how good or bad of a mortgage rate you can get. Do you need a car loan? Yeah, they're pulling your credit score for that. So let's not let these numbers hold us back. Let's set ourselves up for success. And here are the 3 things you can do today to improve your credit score. All right, number 1, make sure your debt is actually yours. You'd be surprised, but nearly half of credit reports contain mistakes, and fixing those mistakes can boost your score and boost them fast. So the Consumer Report did a study and found that nearly half of credit reports had a mistake of some kind on it. Imagine this. A debt collector claims that you owe them $500 on a card you never had. Without checking, you might pay it, or worse, let it damage your credit score. So here's how to stop that from happening. Pull your credit report. So you can do this for free every year, and you can do it here at annualfreecreditreport.com. This is backed by the federal government. Yes, it is safe, and I'll link it in the description, so check it out there. If you know yourself and you won't pull this credit report once you leave this video, go ahead, press pause, and go to www.annualcreditreport.com and review your credit report. You have my blessing. Review it and make sure everything looks correct. If there's debt on there that's not yours, dispute it. And pro tip, never admit to debt that's not yours. Don't let them charge you for something that's not yours. And again, I'll link some resource in the description on how to dispute debt that isn't yours with sample letters and all. And be sure to repeat this step annually. You do get a free credit reports from all 3 credit bureaus annually, so you can check all 3 of them. Number 2, increase your credit limit to decrease your utilization rate. Here's a quick tip. I called my credit card company to raise my limit, and it took 5 minutes. Almost instantly, my credit utilization dropped and my credit score jumped. Why? Because the second biggest component of your credit score is the amount owed. So counting for 30% of your credit score is how much debt you have in relation to how much credit you have. So think credit cards. They have limits on them, right? So you don't have to max out your credit cards each month. And credit card companies don't actually want you to do this. It looks risky, like you're in over your head. So an easy way to signal to the credit card companies that you are responsible is by having a high credit limit, but only using a small percentage of the credit you have available to you each month. Those with the highest credit scores keep their utilization rate at 10% or below. So if you have a credit limit of $10,000, that means you never keep a balance over $1,000. My credit utilization rate is at about 1%. And let me tell you, it makes a difference. It keeps my score high. Number 3. The third thing I want you to do to increase your credit score is to keep your oldest card open. Your credit history counts for 15% of your credit score. So if you close that credit card, if you close your oldest credit card, your credit history goes with it eventually. My oldest credit card was 13 years old, but Wells Fargo closed it back in 2019 since I wasn't using it. And I didn't know back then to keep it open. So that credit history will disappear in 2029 after 10 years of it being closed. So learn from my mistake. Keep your oldest card active, even if it's just making small charges now and then. Okay, y'all, now it's time to take action. Check your reports, raise those limits, and keep your old cards opened. Because if anyone's going to get rich, it might as well be the girls, right? Because when women control wealth, they change the world. And let's start today and build a future where money drives equity and impact. All right, bye, loves.